a table that sold on Christie's for $2.2 million. This is not a joke. I'm not joking. This is a dramatic reenactment. I had to reenact this because I found it at nighttime on OfferUp for $99. Look at this coffee table. So we ended up driving the following day to pick this table up, and it had these little fox emblems on the sides. And as you guys know, Lone Fox Home, that is me. I love foxes. So I got this table. We loaded it in. It was $99. And at this point, I was just excited that it was fox heads until I came across the original through Google Lens that was created by Diego Giacometti in 1975. As you can see, this is the original design. Now, I thought I had the original until I found out that it was actually this recreation by Paul Ferrante in the style of Giacometti, and it's currently listed online between $8,500 and $9,100.
Okay, so hi everybody. This is exactly what I'm talking about your finances. So this YouTuber, Lone Fox, Drew Fox, purchased a table for $99. When he searched for it online, it looks like it's a $2 million table. 2 million bucks. But then he finds out it's a duplicate. So its real value is between $8,000 and $9,000. So how do you insure it? Does he insure it for the $99? Would he pay for it? Does he insure it for $2 million potentially he could get for it? Or does he insure it for the $8,000 or $9,000? As an insurance agent, it's highly unlikely he could sell that duplicate for $2 million. However, he has evidence there to show that that duplicate sells between $8,000 and $9,000. What it would be suggested I would suggest, is that he get it appraised, confirm that it is a duplicate of that caliber, and so even though he spent $99 on it, he should insure it for $8,000 or $9,000. Now, a lot of people think, well, my homeowner's insurance covers that. Well, no, it does not. Homeowner's insurance has a standard deductible. That deductible covers the structure, which is what you're insuring, and your belongings. However, there are policy limits to your belongings. And for luxury items and personal items, that could be anywhere from $2,500 to a single piece to a maximum of $3,500. So that's why there are, people call them endorsements, but it's actually a separate policy called personal articles. That policy, you can insure your appraised items for the agreed upon value, which is the appraisal. My suggestion is that you every year go in and review your insurance, sit with your insurance agent, look at your policies and make sure that the values in your policies are up to date. Every now and again, same thing with that table. It's $9,000 now, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's not going to be $9,000. So you will upgrade those appraisals as you become, as over time, so that because the agreed upon value is what your document says. And I'll give you an example. We had a customer. I was an insurance lady for over 10 years. I haven't even introduced myself. Hi, I'm Shelby L. I am a senior citizen. When you're older, you've had lots of jobs and lots of interests. So welcome to my channel, Shelby L. Broadcasting, where I explore many of the things that I enjoy: money, fashion, and music. So today we're talking about finance. And there was a client who had insured her engagement ring when she got engaged for $9,000. But she'd been married 10 years, had a couple of kids, thought she lost it. Panicked, finally told her husband. He said, just make the claim. So they made the claim, they got the check, went to go get her ring remade, and the jeweler said, thank you so much. That'll be another $5,000. They were shocked. I was too. Because it's like, well, I thought that was their insurance covers it. It's an agreed upon value for the cost of the ring at the time they were married. The value of gold had increased, so the cost of the ring to reproduce was now another $5,000. So, she was an older lady when I was a young married lady, She got her ring cleaned every year and updated her appraisal. She had a stack because she had been married 40 years. And when her jeweler retired, she had to go to a new jeweler. And the first thing they did was steal her stone. And she said, "That's not my stone." And they said, "You must be mistaken. You don't, most people don't remember." She got the police and her stack of appraisals and went into the jeweler. And funny thing, they don't know how it happened, but they found her stone. So just because your valuable things are insured, you ladies, my ladies and gentlemen, you are buying Bottega bags and high-end sunglasses and very expensive dresses. Each of those items should be insured in a separate policy, which you can list. I mean, you don't have to have one policy for each dress, but you can put a list of items on a personal articles policy so that those things, in the event of a loss, will have them covered to be replaced. Some items can be even a zero deductible. And for earrings, you can do set and pair coverage, which means if you lose one, you can get both replaced. So this is Friday Finance, and I'm happy to help you with insurance, financial services, and financial strategies to keep as much money as you can in your pocket. I'm Shelby L. Thanks for coming. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe, and I'll be back next week.
A table that sold on Christie's for $2.2 million. This is not a joke. I'm not joking. This is a dramatic reenactment. I had to reenact this because I found it at nighttime on offer up for $99. Look at this coffee table. So we ended up driving the following day to pick this table up, and it had these little fox emblems on the sides. And as you guys know, Lone Fox Home, that is me. I love foxes. So I got this table. We loaded it in. It was $99. And at this point, I was just excited that it was fox heads until I came across the original through Google Lens that was created by Diego Giacometti in 1975. As you can see, this is the original design. Now, I thought I had the original until I found out that it was actually this recreation by Paul Ferrante in the style of Giacometti, and it's currently listed online between $8,500 and $9,100. So